Well, now to start with chapter number 1. Now to start with the unit 1 of operating system, that is introduction of the operating system. Let us see what are the points to be covered in this unit. We are speaking about unit number 1 and let us see what are the different points to be covered in this unit. So we will be speaking about operating system, what is the basic concept of it and what are its different components, right? What are the different operations of OS, different types of the operating system and few of the command line commands based on this operating system we are using. Well, now moving forward, what is operating system? Now see, over here, technically, few of the definitions or few of the sentences are mentioned. We'll try to elaborate it. The first one is what? A program that acts, a program that is the operating system. Operating system is a program that acts as an intermediary between a user of the computer and the computer hardware. Right? So we can say it is a definition for the operating system. And now what are the different goals of the operating system? So these three are the different goals of the operating system. That is execute user programs, make the computer system convenient, use the computer hardware in efficient manner, and so on. Now let us elaborate these technical matters. So as per the definition, operating system is intermediary between user of the computer and the computer hardware, right? Now, whenever we start in your system, whenever we power on your system, what is the first task that it takes place? It is a booting process, right? Whenever I power on my system, the first task it takes place, that is the booting. So booting is the process through which your operating system will be loaded and your system would be power on, right? So this booting is the major function that is a part of the functions of the operating system. So indirectly, operating system is making your computer system ready to use, right? A very first thing. Otherwise, if your system is simply a power on and your applications are not running and something is happening, it's of no use, right? Now, next is what? Make the computer system convenient to use. I say that many of the times we go on doing lot many things on the system with the system on a regular basis, right? Unknowingly. But knowingly at the backend operating system is doing it, but we as a user never knows that operating system is doing this. For example, say now the making the computer system convenient. See, I am moving my this cursor. Now I am clicking on this file option. Let's say if I wish to open something, I'll click on the new option, right? I'll create a blank presentation. If I wish to open something which is already existing, now what it has given me? It has given me some box on screen, right? It has given some rectangular box on screen. It has given me the options to click on. It has given me the buttons to click on. It is what? What the computer system has provided me, not the computer, the application and indirectly the operating system also. Now let us go to your desktops, say. If I go to the desktop, this your desktop, few of the applications are over here, right? I can move my cursor, I can click on any of the application. This is what? This is a graphical user interface. Whatever the activities I am doing on the screen, it is showing me something on the screen so that I am able to interact with the system, right? What I have done, I have moved the mouse, I have right click, I have created a folder. Here are few of the shortcuts for me. What it is, see, everything is normally ready with.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, yes.
Ma'am, screen is not visible.
Right now, is it visible?
Okay. Now it is visible. Thank you.
Right. So now, what what I was trying to explain that these all are the ways to interact with the system. So what it is, graphical user interface. Wherever I try to click, I click on file, I click on desktop, I click on some application, I click on open, I click on some button. Ultimately, what it is one way that I'm interacting with the system. Initially, as a user, I'm interacting with the application. I have clicked on file, right? The file menu has been given to me so that I can click on it. That is some user interface is given to me, right? Who has given this application? Which application? That is a PowerPoint presentation. So the graphical user application has been provided to me and I'm using it to interact with the PowerPoint presentation. At the back end of it, this PowerPoint presentation is being communicating to the operating system, right? So this is the graphical user interface provided by my PowerPoint presentation, right? Whereas if I go somewhere on, let's say, can you see my screen right now? If I click on search, if I type on something, say calculator, it's been displaying something for me, right?
No, ma'am.
So it's all about a graphic
Screen is not
user
visible.
interface. So apart from this PDF, apart from this PPT, if I click on my computer, my browser, ultimately operating system has given you some user interface. Are you trying to get that what is the graphical user interface? The interface which has been given by individual application, as right now we have seen, the is given by the operating system also. As if you click on my computer, it is a graphical user interface. Who has provided to you? Operating system has provided to you. So what does it mean? That it is making us, the user, to interact with the computer system. See, if this user interface has not been provided to us, how would we have communicated to the system? Let's say मुझे कोई फाइल ओपन करनी है, मुझे अगर वो कंप्यूटर डी ड्राइव ये यूजर इंटरफेस ही नहीं दिखता स्क्रीन पे, तो मैं कहाँ पे क्लिक करती, राइट? If I speak about the command-based operating system, I need to go on at the C drive, D drive, so मुझे वहाँ पे कुछ तो भी टाइप करना पड़ता, so that I could open my folder. Ultimately, that is also one type of the interaction, right? Are you getting the funda? Is the point is what? I want something from the computer system to pick up, to open. So I need some communication, right? And that is done by the operating system. So it is making the computer system convenient to use. Then the use of the computer hardware. Just a sec. Now the next task, the next point of what is operating system, introductory part, what it does, that is, it makes use of the computer hardware in an efficient manner. Now the example of it is what? Right now, what am I doing on my screen, right? I am trying to use mouse to select some material on the screen, right? Now I am using mouse to click on file folder, right? I'm clicking mouse itself to click somewhere, right? I'm going to upper banner, right? Let's say I'm using this cursor. Now what I'm doing, I'm using my keyboard to type something, right? So ultimately what I am doing, as though I said, graphical user interface is the way to communicate with the operating system, but this graphical user interface also needs input taken from your mouse as well as from your keyboard, right? So who is responsible for taking input from the input device and giving the output to the output devices? For us, it happens automatically lot many times, right? And every time, not the lot many times. It happens every time. So there must be something, some logic behind this, that I'm clicking somewhere. If I do a right click, it means there has been some code must have been written कि अगर माउस के लेफ्ट राइट क्लिक को क्लिक किया तो ये पॉपअप मेन्यू डिस्प्ले होगा, लेफ्ट में क्लिक किया जहां पे क्लिक किया तो वो मेन्यू डिस्प्ले होगा, कीबोर्ड से कुछ टाइप करेंगे तो वो टाइपिंग इनपुट पे डिस्प्ले होगी, राइट. So this is what somewhere the IO devices connected to your system, they are communicating with the computer system, right. Now it is the job of the operating system to speak to these IO devices, right. Normally in old of the eras, for every IO device we connect, we used to have a driver for it. So driver is one software program, and rather it is an operating system program, right. And driver is a program which deals with the hardware connected to the system, right. Apart from your regular IO devices, if you connect any other extra device to your system, let's say card reader, it asks you for installation of the driver because your operating system by default is not prepared with that, right. So driver is what the best example which tells you the job of the operating system. So now for understanding the inputs from the keyboard as well as from the mouse, drivers for keyboard and the mouse are already written, and those are nothing but the program, a part of a program from the operating system. So ultimately who is responsible? Ultimately operating system is responsible for understanding IO devices and connecting it with our system. Now do we care of it? We absolutely don't care of it, right. We go on using these devices. So at the back end, who is taking care of it? Operating system is taking care of it. And ultimately, it is making us easy to use the computer system as well as it is using efficient manner of the hardware, computer hardware, right? Are you clear with this? This graphical user interface, IO devices is the best example we could explain, we could judge. These are the functions done by the operating system. With the help of that, we could say, yes, it is a job of the operating system and we don't care on regular basis that this is the operating system, right? Now next is components of the computer system. A very common thing for us, what are the different components of the computer system? So a computer system can be divided into four major components. One is the hardware component. Second is the operating system. Third is the application program. Now application program and the operating system could be treated as the software component. So the hardware component, software component, and the last one is the user, right? Now hardware, as you know, that is CPU, memory, that is you can say your computer whole as a computer system along with all the IO devices, right? Hardware is simply all the whole computer system along with the IO devices. The operating system and the application programs, let us first see the diagram, how they are placed layer wise into the system. At the bottom layer, there is a hardware, there exists the hardware. Now second layer is the operating system, and then the third layer is the application system and the application program. Now these two are comprised, these two makes a software component. So hardware component is at the bottom layer, where you can say your CPU, IO devices, processors, and all, the whole your computer system, your motherboard and all. Operating system is what? One software component. Right now, guys, you take that operating system is nothing but one software program. It could be something huge program, it could be some modular program or something like that, right? Operating system is some program which had been installed on this computer hardware, and hence we as a user 1, 2, 3, 4 so on are able to interact with this computer hardware. अगर ये operating system बीच में होती नहीं तो हम लोग as a user directly computer hardware से interact नहीं कर पाते, right? So at the second layer is the operating system. Next layer is what? The system and the application program. So as per this, operating system, then the application program. You can take the it is controlling and coordinating the use of the hardware, right? Now next is what? System programming and the application programs. Now application programs are the programs which we as a user at our end can interact with. For example, Right now I am using two application programs. One is PowerPoint presentation that I'm using one application program. Why it is application program? Because as a user, I can directly open it. Right now, can I open any of the driver program from my file, from my computer system? Driver is one component of the operating system, so it is not accessible to me, right? Again, these programs in the third layer divided into the system programs and the application programs. System programs are the programs which are related to the operating system and rather which are not accessible to the user. Application programs are the programs which are accessible to the user. The thing which I am using, it is accessible to me, it comes out to be application program. My Microsoft Office, Word, Compile, then my PowerPoint. Right now I use the Chrome. Right now I open the Cisco WebEx. Let's say you open a C compiler. Let's say you use a Java compiler. Everything is an application program for you because as a user you can interact with it, right? Now system programs are some software components, some software files which at the backend they are helping with the operating system and which are not accessible to me as a user. And the last layer are the users, right? Now this is one system, this is just diagrammatically it has been shown that number of the users, that I can have any n number of the logins to a system. So what the abstract view of the components is what? To repeat, that is at the bottom layer is the computer hardware, then next is the operating system, then next comes out to the application program, and last one comes out to the user. Computer hardware is a hardware component which consists of your computer system. Operating system is a software component which is installed on this hardware and which makes user to access the computer hardware. Application programs are the programs to which user has a direct access, as for example, Microsoft Office, any other Java program, C program, and mathematics. System programs which are not accessible to the user. And last one are the users, right? With this, we have covered the points as the introduction of what is operating system and what are different components of the system, computer system, right?